Here we are on a special Tuesday night edition of Island Time Live. We're here. I hope you are as well. As I fix the camera. Which way do we need to go? How low can you go? Happy Tuesday evening, everybody. I hope your week is off to a great week. As everyone is hopping on, please tell us hello. Tell us where you're from, and tell us, how are you watching us tonight? Are you sitting in your recliner watching on TV? Are you on your phone? Are you sitting out back by the pool? Where are you at? Let us know as I take a look and see. Oh, my goodness. So many familiar faces. Trina already. Thank you so much for that super chat. And Trina says this: 5 days back from Carnival Paradise and 27 days until Margaritaville at Sea. I know you had an awesome time on the Paradise. And Margaritaville at Sea has been receiving awesome reviews. I know so many people, both content creators and just cruisers, that have sailed Margaritaville at Sea the last 6 weeks, and they absolutely love it. Trina, thank you so much for that super chat. And I need to write your name down because we're going to get that thing going here in just a little bit. We'll talk about it as everybody hops on. Let us know where you're from. How are you watching? Matt from North Dakota. Matt, it was awesome to speak with you this week. We booked your cruise. You got it going. I appreciate that so much. I do. As I scroll back up here, Miss Trina, thank you so much for that super chat. We're gonna talk about that here in just a second. I'll set this aside. Let's see where everyone else is from. Betty is here from Knoxville, Tennessee, watching on the iPhone. There's nothing wrong with that. That's usually the way that I watch content as well. Usually if I have time in my lazy boy. I do have a lazy boy, but I don't get to sit in it very much. I see Sean here and Stacy as well. KW, South Carolina, watching from bed. Nothing wrong with that at all. Hello from Orlando, Nadine says, and you were on your laptop. How about that? Joni is here as well. The Z Show, it's great to see you. Mr. Lido Tito with the super sticker there. I love that. I love those stickers. I do. And Mark is here as well. Mark, it was awesome to speak with you guys. I thought you were at home in Georgia, but Mark said, no, we're in Panama right now. We're enjoying the lovely weather in Panama. Mark, we got your cruise booked today as well. As I get Lido Tito here, I got to get Lido Tito squared away. I've got him actually right here. Look at that. Bam, Lido Tito right there. Lido Tito, thank you and Michelle so much for that super chat. We appreciate that. Lynn is on. Sarah is on her tablet. Jen from Mile High, those Denver Broncos. I hope you're doing well. Tim is here, U.S. Army Combat Medic. Fireball Steve, he's on the couch in Kentucky. Nothing wrong with that. Alexandra is here from Texas. 33 days till me and my hubby go on the Liberty of the Seas. And while everyone's topping, let's do this. I have a few quick hit questions for tonight. My first quick hit question is, how many cruises do you have booked right now? How many cruises have you paid that deposit on? You're anticipating going. You may have already booked your airfare, maybe hotel. How many have you already booked? You're waiting on right now. That's the first quick hit question. I want to see maybe who's got the most, see who's got the least. Maybe someone has zero. Sarah has zero. Sarah, we have to change that, Sarah. There's Miss Lynn. How about that, Lynn? Thank you so much for that super sticker. I appreciate that super chat and your support so very much. Miss Lynn, thank you so much there. Sarah has zero. Jen Reed, I saw Jen right here. Jen Reed, I pulled your name out. I knew you were going to be here, Jen. Thank you so much for that super chat. You have 5 currently. Oh, my gosh. Tim has 7. Wanda has 3. Christy says nothing right now, but she's looking for good deals. Christy, maybe we can help you out there. Cheryl has 7, of course, as well. So the Reflection and Beyond, U.S. Army Combat Medic says, Brian, 16 days until the breeze. The next 16 days will be a breeze, Brian. I promise you that. There's Mary. I hope you're having a great night. Thank you for that super chat. And thank you, of course, for being here, your support. You're always here. You are always here. You are. Thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that. I got you down right there. We'll talk about that here in just a second. One cruise book, Donna says. We're in South Carolina. Coach is here. Coach just wrapped up his show. We had a great time, Coach. That was such an awesome time. I hope I contributed something. I don't know. I don't know if I did, but I hope I did. Just contributed something, one thing. I don't know. Let's see. Let's scroll back up here and see who has the most cruises. It looks like the median number, the average. When's the last time you used the word median? I haven't used the word median in a long time. It looks like the average is 3 or 4. Most people have 3 or 4 cruises booked. That is good news. John, of course, John with 8. John's got 8 going on, okay? We like the news of that as well. John, we're striving. We're striving. Matthew's here from Maryland. I'd love to see that. And Brian from Houston. Yes. Here we go. David, thank you so much for that super chat. It's great to see you here tonight. Again, 33 days. Let's ask this second quick hit question of the night as everyone hops on. Can anybody beat David? Is anyone cruising in less than 33 days? David, I'm writing down your name now. Let us know when your next cruise is in days. As I write names down here. 33 may be it. Trina says 27. 27. Rena says she's got you beat. October the 6th, Matthew says. 19 days, funnel heads. It's great to see you here. 19 days until the ecstasy. She's getting ready, right? She got less than a month left of service. Wow. Will's probably going on the ecstasy cruise as well. Lito Tito is here, 99, but at least, Lito Tito, I'm on that cruise with you December 29th on the breeze. At least now we're in double digits, not triple digits. Speaking of triple digits, it was 101 degrees today in Arkansas. That's not supposed to happen September 20th. 101? Really? Yeah. 9 days, Cheryl says. Alexandra, 33 days. Cold Moose, 33 days. Steven, 6. Wow. So we have a lot of people cruising coming up. Let me just share this. If you're not on our Facebook page yet, I invite you. I plead with you, actually. I'm not cruising for another month. And I want to see ships. I want to see food. I want to see full Lido decks. I want to see ports. If you're not on our page yet, Facebook page, please consider hopping over there, join the page, and share your experience. You can do it live if you have the internet package, or wait till you get back, share some photos. It really does make my day. Every day when I wake up and I see someone posting pictures from somewhere, it makes my day. Joni, thank you so much for that super sticker there. I like the move. Appreciate your support as well. I'm getting your name down here, Miss Joni. You're always here as well, Joni. You are. I appreciate that support so much. So let's get going here. Let's see. Yes, Cruising Green. We are in the fake fall. There's several seasons in Arkansas, and one of them is fake fall, where you get that initial dose. We got one last week. Temperatures in the high 70s. We had some temperatures the low in the 50s. Yeah, that's just a head fake. It is. It is. We have a question here as well. So let me just remind everyone, if you're new here, if you have a question, type the word question. You can put it in all caps. If you want to ask that question, someone may beat me to answering that question. I will try to see it unless chat is just crazy busy. Then I may miss it. But if you have a question, let us know. If it's your first time here as well, please let us know. Say, hey, this is my first time. A lot of people watch. Sometimes they don't comment. Let us know if it's your first time. Brad says, our cruise line's going to stop cruising to Canada and Bermuda until they get rid of their protocols. Brad, that's a great question. We saw some news last week with Bermuda. Several cruise lines who were doing transatlantic sailings said, we're not going to stop there. And part of it was Bermuda had a policy that said if that cruise has left and it's been more than 4 days since they arrive in Bermuda, then everyone on the ship has to receive COVID test again. So cruise lines they try to get there within 4 days. The transatlantic, of course, you can't get there. So we saw some cancellations. I've seen nothing about canceling Canada yet. We'll see if those protocols change. I don't know. I haven't seen any cruise line change protocols yet for Canada. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Here we go. I'm going to empty this from last week, our super chats and our Red Frog Pub fish bowl. Have you had a drink from this fish bowl? Not this particular one, but have you enjoyed a beverage? Let us know in the comment section. I'm going to empty these right here. And all of you who have super chatted, Joni and David and Mary and Jen and Lito Tito and Lynn and Trina, you're in for the drawing. We're going to do this again. You guys, you loved it. So we're going to do it again, okay? Feedback is important. We're going to draw every 15 minutes. 15, 30, 45, and we'll give away some Island Time decals, stickers, things like that for our first 3. And then we'll give away, of course, our big prize at the end of the night. If you won last week, I'm admitting I haven't mailed your gift out yet. I'm sorry. I will get it out, though. I promise you that. I will get your gift out, get these out. As I say that, Coach Cruz right there with the Super Chat. Coach, I appreciate that. I appreciate your support, both in these live shows, in text message, in Facebook Messenger, on Facebook itself. I appreciate it so much, Coach. You know that. I hope that I support you and I help you as much as you help me. I promise you that. Here we go, Coach Cruz. There we go. And Peggy, thank you so much for that Super Chat. We'll get you down here. Miss Peggy Smith. Hopefully Amanda's going to join us here in a little bit. Jax was almost out and asleep last time I went down. As Coach says, thank you, sir, for being the awesome person that you are. I appreciate that. I hope others think that. I do. Here we go. Another quick hitter as we get this thing started. On a normal cruise, this one's interesting here. Let us know what you think. On a normal cruise, it could be a 4, 5, 6, 7 day cruise. Maybe it's 8. Do you usually have more salads or more ice cream cones? And this is a real question. Cruise ships have awesome salad bars. I'm not sure if any of us or many of us have seen that, but do you have more salads or more ice cream cones? I thought that this would be like 90% ice cream. Let's see how it turns out. Let's see. Yes, Jen, maybe Beckett will come up. He's downstairs. Oh my gosh, this is surprising. Apollo opened up with ice cream cones, but now we have several. U.S. Army Combat Medic, Ronnie, Julie, Christy, salad, honest answer. Oh my gosh. So this is both about the same. Will says salad by nose. Okay, this is way closer than the one I thought. I thought it'd be like 90% ice cream cones, but it's a lot of salads here. John says, thank you for that super chat, John. We appreciate it so much. More ice cream, staying on my diet for this next one, John. You're exactly right. You are. Wow, that was closer than what I thought. I love salads, and cruise ships have awesome salads. They do, from different types of lettuce to I like beans on my salad. And they've got all sorts of meats and cheeses and things like that. Matt says ice cream. Now, listen, I have my fair share of ice cream too, okay? Especially when I take my kiddos. Beckett wants one all the time. So I have my fair share of ice cream, but I do have salads as well. I'm surprised that many of you do as well. Let me write down. Actually, I think I had John down. Let me see. I don't see him. I'm going to write it down right here. I was trying to save some time tonight. Mr. John. And I saw another one pop up. U.S. Army Combat Medic, thank you so much for that super chat. We thank you for your support. And you, my friend, are in the drawing that will take place here in 3 minutes. There's a question. Let me scroll up here and get this question. I got a guaranteed balcony room. Ooh, those are always interesting. What are you going to get? Alexandra's got the guaranteed balcony room, and I'm still waiting for documents, still waiting on baggage processing details. I already filled out the check-in. Do I need to call Royal Caribbean? Alexandria, when is your cruise, first off? And second off, usually Royal Caribbean and Carnival are about the same. They say that they can assign your guarantee room up until, a lot of times it's 72 hours before your cruise. Although a lot of times it happens like within, for sure, like 2 weeks, usually a month before your cruise, but it can be even right up against your cruise. So you will get your balcony, but it'll be interesting to see what you get. You're going to have to keep me updated on that. I want to know what you end up with. I've done that before, and I've received like a room by the elevator. Not exactly what you want, but you booked a guarantee room, right? I've booked a guarantee interior before, and I've received a balcony. I've received an upgrade. So it's interesting to see what you get. You're going to have to keep us posted on that. It is interesting. Mr. Jeremy Kraft, thank you so much for checking on me yesterday and asking, hey, when are you doing this thing? What is your schedule now, Jeremy? I appreciate that so much. I've got your name right here. I knew you're going to be here. I had faith in you. I've got you. Thanks for all the help today, my friend. You are so welcome. Let me crack this thing open. A little Bud Light Platinum. Not usually my cup of beer, but there's my cup of tea. It's almost gone. Someone came over this weekend and said, I don't know, I fed them and things like that, so they just left their beer over here. An alchemy glass. Is this not? This is wrong. I'm going to pour a beer in an alchemy glass. Shouldn't be done. I know, but it's Tuesday night, right? We all have work tomorrow. Pour, pour, pour. Although I did go with the stronger Bud Light version. That's because someone left it, but still. Cheers to everybody. Cheers, cheers, cheers. And while we have, it looks like most people here, I see Apollo's got a question as well. I'll answer that. Let me say this. I know Nadine mentioned this, and I have to mention it. I wanted to wait until we had a good crew on here. All of us obviously are here. We love cruising. We love exploring. We love seeing different places, immersing ourselves in other cultures. But right now, some of our friends down south to the east are experiencing Mother Nature and wrath of a hurricane. What's happened in Puerto Rico is devastating. Power, I know the power was out across the whole island. They got some restored. It sounds like it's back out again. And it looked like the Dominican Republic. Pictures from the Dominican Republic look awful. I'm not sure about Bermuda. I know that Bermuda was in the path. But tonight, I don't know if anybody will see this that lives in the islands. If they do, great. If not, it's the same message. We're praying for all of you. I can't imagine, people who, a lot of them are not as fortunate as we are. They work their tails off. They depend on people like us to visit. And that's one thing we can do. When it's safe to visit, we're going to visit. Next time we go to Puerto Rico, which will be in May on the Carnival celebration, I also want to spend a little extra money there. I am. But we are praying for all those in the path of the hurricane. Yep. Let's go back up. Try Miller Lite with Mountain Dew, David. Now, listen, Miller Lite is my beer of choice, but I've never had it with some Mountain Dew, which, by the way, I need a draw right here. Let's see who gets some Island Time decals. Stir, 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 stir. I ain't looking. See who it is. Joni, Miss Joni Swanson. Your name will go back in, okay, for the main drawing. I'll put you right over here for now. Get some Island Time decals I can mail to you. How about that? Send me your mailing address. Email it to me. And let's go back and answer some questions here. Let's see. I have 87 days until the Vista, but I was wondering what you would recommend doing once we get to Houston. As of hotels and traveling to the port, let me know what you would recommend. That's an awesome question. I answered this question a couple of times today. We booked 2 or 3 cruises leaving from Galveston, and everyone who flies into Houston, they always ask, how do I get to Galveston? Where do I stay? I think there are those that are here that would agree with me. Whether you fly into Houston Hobby or Bush, you can contact Galveston Saltwater Moms. It's a Facebook page. Look it up. Galveston Saltwater Moms. It's a group of retired teachers and stay-at-home moms who provide a shuttle service in their personal cars, SUVs, so they're not picking you up and then they're going to go pick up somebody else and somebody else. They are absolutely wonderful. I've used them at least 7 or 8 times. They're always punctual. They're always on time. They've never been late. They've been accommodating when my flights have moved. Hours and hours later, they've been there to pick me up. Galveston Saltwater Moms, $65 was the last I knew from Houston Hobby, and I think $95 from Bush. It's a little bit further. But those were the last rates that I knew of. If they've raised because of gas prices, it's not much. I would also suggesting staying at Harbor House there in Galveston. It's at Pier 21. It's within walking distance. When we stay there, we walk to the cruise terminal, Terminal 1. It's got Willie G's that has a happy hour, I think, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's an awesome place to stay. And there's a couple others if you don't want Harbor House. The Tremont House is another one that's very close to the terminal. It's a little bit more upscale, a little bit more expensive than Harbor House, but those are the places that I would recommend. How about that? There we go. Let's scroll down here. Good evening. Let's see. Antonio, always glad to see you live. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Side note, have you heard any word on whether the Mardi Gras will lose San Juan as a stop next week? I've wondered the same thing on Mardi Gras back-to-back. I have not heard. Antonio, I have not heard yet, but I don't know how they could accommodate a cruise ship, especially the largest cruise ship that Carnival has. I don't know how they can accommodate her, but I don't want to jump in front for sure. So I don't know. We're going to see. I don't think so. We'll see. And Medic did confirm Puerto Rico was hit hard again. Golly. Turks and Caicos, Nadine says maybe it's Turks and Caicos. Beautiful place. It is. Grand Turk there. Grand Turk. Yep. Let's see. Scroll back down here. Tina and Rick, thank you so much. Do you have recommendation for accessible transport to Port of Miami? First off, let me get you down here and thank you for your support. We appreciate that so much. We've got almost 100 people on here. You're supporting us right now. You can support us by liking this video. Liking this video will put it in front of other people who are looking for cruise news to watch. There are some people who want to support us via Super Chat. They say, hey, I like what you do. I know it takes time. I know it takes money. I want to give back to you. So you keep on investing in what you do. And that's what these Super Chats are. I try to give back as well. That's why I'm drawing every 15 minutes to give something back to you. Thank you very much, Tina and Rick, for that. We appreciate it. And you are now in the drawing. Here we go. Bless Natty, how do you upgrade from an ocean view to a balcony on Carnival if you have a current cruise booked? And this is for any cruise line, but if you have a current cruise book, you can always call and upgrade. You can look online if you'd like and see what the price difference would be, what you paid versus what the next level is. There are what they call upgrade ferries. Yeah, they call them upgrade ferries. It's a team of about 6 people. I know about 4 of them. I do, really. But sworn to secrecy to never, ever share their contact information. But they do call. Royal Caribbean has a bidding program that you can upgrade. And bless Nettie, it's always a good idea to check around final payment. When you make your final payment, some people are canceling. They're saying, hey, I can't do this. I can't cruise. Money's too tight. I changed my mind. And sometimes more inventory opens up so you can get maybe the upgrade that you want, or prices drop because there's more inventory. So there's that. Rodney's got a question as well. Sunshine on Thursday, going to Bimini last minute. What is there to do, Rodney? If you are a beach person, there are many beautiful beaches there in Bimini. Let us know what maybe you want to do. We can help you out. But if you like the beach, you're going to have a blast. Life also has a question here. Life asks Hosea, how do you feel about the Carnival Freedom? We love the Carnival Freedom. I've sailed on her several times, several times. She's a beautiful ship. She's not the biggest Carnival has to offer, but she's for sure not the smallest as well. We love the Freedom. She used to be in Galveston. Now she's cruising, of course, out of Florida now. Book it. And when you want to book it, contact Island Time Travel, right? Things have been crazy. I told Coach in his show, and I'll post our email address right there. Things have been crazy today. We booked 10 cruises. We booked or moved 10 cruises over to Island Time Travel. If you're looking for a travel advisor, someone who will help you, Virgin Voyages, I'll get to that in just a second. Looking for someone to help you end to end, find your cruise, book your cruise, see where you're going to stay in your hotel, who has free parking, transportation, what excursions you're going to do. Book us, okay? Don't use us for the price. Most of the time, the price that we have is the exact same price as you're going to see online, or if you call your respective cruise line. You're going to use us for expertise and service. You have my cell phone number. You call me anytime. We made payments of over 12 cruises over the weekend. Whenever everyone else is closed, the PVP is closed, we took phone calls Saturday and Sunday. We paid on 12 different cruises over the weekend. Now, let's look at Virgin Voyages here. Let's see. I'm looking for that question here. I saw it a couple of times. Raymond's got a question about, is Carnival going to Aruba? They are, Raymond. We just went to Aruba in July. Celebrity has a bidding program. Yes, you're exactly right. Celebrity and Royal Caribbean. It's a great program. Jeremy, thank you so much for that super chat right there. We're going to get you right there, my friend. Jeremy Kraft is in. Any chance Carnival adds additional dates to the itinerary change that they just announced? We leave a week from Saturday, 10/1/22. Jeremy, this is the first thing I noticed when I saw that email and I saw the dates. I said, wait a minute. The Vista is supposed to go to Jamaica and Grand Cayman on itineraries before these dates listed, and they're not listed. So I think they're going to remain the same. What I suspect is going to happen is they're going to sliver off time off of Jamaica stop, off of Grand Cayman, off of Cozumel, and keep the itinerary. I don't know that to be true. I know that's what they did several months ago when they had the same issues. They cut time in ports. That way they could make up the time, right? Because that cruise is about 1,400 miles from Galveston to Jamaica, whereas Galveston to Roatan is like 1,190. Okay, just about to be exact. So I don't know. Don't go out and ask John Hill. Derek said they're cutting time. I could see them doing that, but as of now, they plan to operate those cruises. And Jeremy, I know y'all want to go to Grand Cayman. You want to go to 7 Mile Beach, maybe Stingray City. Plan it now. If they wanted to include those itineraries, they would. So I think you're good for now. Let's see, Virgin Voyages. Let's see what we got. Let's see. I was trying to find that question. Can you suggest a Ocho Rios excursion that is not super crowded, Caroline? Ocho Rios is tricky because Ocho Rios is a place for me. I usually stick with the cruise line. If I get off the ship, I'm going to stick with the cruise line. I'm going to pick an excursion through the cruise line, which usually means it is super crowded. So I cannot just off the cuff here suggest something for Ocho Rios, but I'm sure maybe someone here can. If they can't, then I would be happy to help you after this live. We can help via email and go through that. So, yep. Well, let's see. Just wanted to thank you all for your updates. Of course. Thank you, Desi. I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you caught us for your first time live. I appreciate that so much. Cruising Green. We have lots of questions tonight, which is why we're here, right? As I take a little sip here. Honest opinion of Freeport and Nassau when you aren't planning an excursion. I'll be honest with you, Cruising Queen. Freeport, not usually a place I get off the ship. It's more of an industrial port, and I don't get off the ship most of the time. We may get off and shop, but we don't usually do an excursion in Freeport. Now, Nassau is a different story. We absolutely love Nassau. Amanda, she's about to come up. We love Nassau. Atlantis is there in Nassau. A lot of people go to Atlantis. It's pricey. I think they're up to like $165 for a day pass, which is insane. But we went to Margaritaville. It's a new resort there in Nassau. We had a blast at Margaritaville. It was like $72. Very affordable option. It's brand new. I think it's 6 months old now. They have a lazy river. They have a pool. They have a cliff you can jump off of. They have beach access. They have beach toys, all of it, and it was much cheaper. So we love Nassau. Freeport, yeah, we're not one to do that. There we go. U.S. Army Combat Medic had an excursion. I thought somebody would. Life as Hosea also says how to upgrade from a suite, upgrade to a suite for cheap. Pray for the upgrade ferry. Pray for the upgrade ferry. Let's see. I need to block. You guys are seeing these messages. We can do this. How about that? Here we go. Question from Jeremy, and I'll catch back up here in just a second. Cruising from New Orleans on Vloggers Cruise. Oh, I wanted to go, Jeremy. I wanted to go. And late January is 12 o'clock noon, too early for a return flight on debarkation day. Jeremy, that's not too early. You should be okay as long as the cruise gets back on time as scheduled. It rolls in, 8-ish. The airport is close. And Lito Tito, I was waiting on him to chime in. There's Lito Tito, and he says, Jeremy, you should be okay. So that's great news, okay? Airport is close there. Whereas like in Galveston, you've got a 45-minute drive, an hour drive. So, yep. Yes, John, I booted that guy. Carnival Cruises to Aruba at Port Canaveral. You're exactly right. Here we go. Let's keep on going here. Another question. Interesting. Someone asked me this question today, actually, when I booked their cruise, and I never really thought about it, but I wanted to ask you. I wrote it down to ask you. How long after you board do you get your first drink? How long after you board a ship do you get your first drink? Usually for me, Mr. Jeremy Kraft, got you down again. Can you give a shout out to my niece, Mallory, who we are taking on her first cruise? Jeremy, that is awesome. You and Jackie are awesome people. Mallory, I'm telling you, you have got a great aunt and uncle who love you, and you are going to have a blast cruising. And I already know this will not be your last cruise. Enjoy every bit of it. Don't try to do everything because you can't, and you will cruise again. Big shout out to Mallory. Thank you, Jeremy. I've got you in for the next drawing. Take place in 1 minute. Here we go, Lito Tito. Just hope the frog isn't bad on the river. The fog isn't bad. You're exactly right. That does happen different times a year. You're exactly right, Lito Tito. 2 hours, Julie says. About an hour, Brian says. Lito Tito and I, we are 2 and 1, right? 2 peas in a pod. Usually when I get on, even though the lobby bar is not my favorite bar, I usually walk up to the lobby bar and I get that first drink. That's what I like to do. Get the first drink, kick off vacation. Sometimes it's a beer, sometimes it's a frozen drink, but kick that thing off right there. Army Combat Medic, you're exactly right about celebrity. You get a cocktail when you're bored. When you get on the ship, bam, there it is. 3 or 4 hours, Nadine says, have you heard anything, Tim asked, else about the new VIFP program? Tim, sounds like it's in the works. It does. John Hild mentions it every now and then that the Beards are looking at it. That position that I pointed out looks to be off the website. So it looks like either one of two things happened. They hired someone for the job or they eliminated it. I don't think they're going to eliminate it. And I'm going to mention tomorrow, Norwegian just changed their loyalty program a little bit, just a few minor changes. So we're kind of in that, we're in that place now. And I pointed this out. Cruise lines, they were getting through COVID. They're getting through the cruise restart. They're focused on protocols. A lot of those things have gone away. Now they're starting to go back. And they're finally starting to pick up some of these projects that have been waiting there, waiting for attention, waiting for money, waiting for resources. That's both money and people to work on them. And it's great to see. Let's draw this right here. Some more Island Time decals. These are all the people who have super chatted. I'm going to draw and see here. I thank you so much for your support. Let's see who wins here. Let's get it. And here it is. Mr. Jeremy Kraft. I think you had the most of them in there. Jeremy Kraft, you or Jackie or Mallory, whoever it is, you're going to get some Island Time decals. Get some Island Time decals. How about that? Lito Tito, to having a drink soon, either in Louisiana or Arkansas or Galveston. I'm excited about that, Lito Tito. Thank you for that. I'm writing down your name, and I agree. We all need a drink together and some company. Yep. Question from Chris, 14-day Eastern Caribbean cruise in January. What to do in St. Martin? Ooh, this one's a tricky one, Chris. There's a lot to do. I'm not sure what you're interested in. I'm not sure what you like. There's a ski type of ride. I don't know, what do they call those rides that go up to the mountaintop where you can see the whole island, the beautiful water. That's great. It's cheap. We go to Maho Beach, Maho Beach. It's a beautiful beach if you like the beach, but it's right. The runway to the airport is on the beach. You may have seen pictures. If not, Google it. You won't even believe it. It looks photoshopped. The planes, there's a surfboard in the sand. It has all the arrivals. And usually I step on the beach. I take a picture of that surfboard. We find our spot. And throughout the day, I look at my picture and I say, oh, hey, in 15 minutes, there's a plane coming in. And the plane, you can see it in the distance over the water. It comes in, and you're standing there, and it is so unnatural. It's a crazy feeling to stand there as this plane gets lower and lower and lower. And by the time it gets to you, it might be 100 feet over your head. And then right behind you, it lands on the runway. Maho Beach. Take a taxi, a public taxi to get there is about $15, I think. Oh, amazing beach and just a crazy, crazy experience. Don't stand behind those planes when they take off. The signs are there, but there's brave people every day who stand behind those planes, behind those engines, and they get sandblasted. I will admit, I was one of those people who did that. I thought, yeah, I'm going to dig my feet in the sand. I dug my feet in the sand, and I had to bail and run in the water because the sand feels like needles. From those jet engines and the pushback from those. It is just crazy. It is. Yeah, the sky lift, as Tim says. Yep, Maho Beach, Rodney, he agreed with that. Chris, you're very welcome. In your opinion, what loyalty program is the best? Chris asked. Royal Caribbean's got a great one. They really do. Princess does as well. But some people say MSC has the best because MSC, you can start your own loyalty program with MSC, or they will match the highest loyalty program that you have with other cruise lines. If you're Diamond with Carnival, which is at the top, then you can go to MSC and they will transfer those number of nights, and you will be diamond level with MSC. So some people say MSC. Yep. Jen, question. So we're using Saltwater Moms to get to our VRBO, and then we need to get to the port on Saturday. Any ideas, Jen? I'm not sure where you're staying. If you're staying too far south, Mr. Fireball Steve, it's great to see you. Steve, I hope you're having a great week. I've got you down right here. Steve-Fireball. Here you go. Deborah, it's great to see you. Jen, I'm not sure where you're staying. If you're staying, the further south you stay, the tougher it is to get an Uber or a Lyft. But know that Uber and Lyft are both available in Galveston. If you're staying near the port, it's easy. But one time we stayed like 30 minutes south. Lito Tito will know this, and it was going to be very, very hard to get that Uber or Lyft to pick us up. That's why we rode in the back of the truck. I remember that. Yep. That's okay, Josh. You're late, but you're here from Colorado. I'm glad that you're here. It's great to see you tonight. Hope that you and Erica are doing well. Where is staying? We're staying right on Seawall. Okay, Jen. Yes, Uber or Lyft. They'll take you there. Uber or Lyft. Side note, if I had the choice, I would use Lyft. Lyft has an exclusive contract with the port, and they can take you right up there to drop you off, drop your bags off, whereas Uber does not have, they don't have a contract. They have to drop you off outside the port area, then you have to walk. So there you go. There you go. Probably too much information, but it's all I got right there. Here we go. Let's do this here. We have a game, this or that. We're going to get this thing going. Peggy says, yes, MSC, match my Carnival level. They do. They will. No questions asked. They will match it. MSC is a great growing cruise brand that I think a lot of us will sell in the next decade. Chris is staying in Texas City in January, although I live in Dallas, so I'll be driving my own car down. Chris, that's awesome. You can park there at the port. Usually I have a $5 off parking code. If you're parking there, I'll try to post it on Facebook the next couple of days. We'll be staying at Harbor House, Shirley says. Yes, you're close enough to walk. You are. Thank you, Jen, for that. I appreciate that. I try to rock. Sometimes I don't feel like I do a good job of it, but I do try. I promise you that. Have you heard anything about Wilmington becoming a port, Rena? I have not, although I know cruise lines are always looking for new port destinations. And, of course, the new ones that they can establish in the United States saves them money and fuel cost. So I wouldn't be surprised over the next decade if we see more cities, coastal cities, become ports for cruise ships, although some of them don't like cruise ships visiting, but some of them do. Yep. Let's play this. Let's play this or that. Some fun questions. I've got 4 of them, I think, tonight. We can have fun with this. If you have questions, please continue to ask your questions. Chat will be going crazy, but I will try to see them. The entertainment on Virgin is not good. Food is average, Medic said. That's interesting. I've had a couple people try Virgin Voyages and love it. It may be the no kids thing, but I haven't tried it yet. I want to. Here we go. First question here on this or that. So you get to choose one of these 2 things that I'll read out. You let us know. We'll kind of see where all of us Islanders fall, whether we're 50-50 on something or we're 80-20. We'll see where it ends up. But here we go. So this or that, what would you choose on your next cruise if you could get either free airfare for your next cruise or the free drink package? If a cruise line were to offer you free airfare or free drink package, what would you take? And while everyone answers that, as Matt asked, what is your drink limit to justify the Cheers package on Carnival, Matt? Depends what you drink. If you drink beer, you need to drink like at least 7 beers, and then that will equate to the cost of the Cheers package. If you drink mixed drinks or wine, bourbons, things like that, whiskey, then it takes like 5 or 6. Is all it takes to justify. So, yep. Let's see what everyone takes here. Trina says, drink, John, with airfare. Cruise Queen, drinks. Christy, drinks. Lito Tito, free air. It is straight up 50-50, it looks like, as Josh says, air. Julio says, drinks. Free airfare. See ready. Airfare. It looks like airfare is taking a lead right there. It really does. But Peggy comes back and says drinks as well. Airfare for us is always expensive. We've really got we've got airport in Little Rock. That's 45 minutes away. We've got airport in Memphis. That's about 2 hours and 15 minutes away. And just airfare is always expensive. You know, there's a 15 or 20 flights a day into Little Rock. That's it. That's for all air carriers. And so I would take air because our air travel cost if we fly is usually more expensive than the drink package. Yep. So let's go to this one here. Jump seat. Exactly right. I would do it. Next one here. This one's kind of different. I threw this one in here. It's a little curveball. It's different, but it will be fun. So which one would you choose if you had to choose one of these? Would you rather do the old school muster drill where if you go even old school, you had to wear your life jacket, okay? If you would go more newer school, then you could just walk outside on an outside deck and you waited and you waited and you waited in the heat, in the sun, everything shut down, bars, food shut down. You stand there for 30 minutes. Some of you guys are saying, yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. Do you want old school muster drill or you have to sing a karaoke song of your choice? Which one would you do if you had to do one? Old school muster drill, go out there and wait, or you have to sing a karaoke song of your choice. And yes, there's people in the venue with you. They're sitting there watching you. Let's see what people say here. Let's see. Cruise Queen, old school. U.S. Army Combat Medic, old school. Sing. Mike, John, Tim, Chris. Josh has old school. I'm standing out there. I ain't singing. Oh, my goodness. Old school. Rena, I'm going to sing old school muster drill. No one deserves to hear me sing, Antonio says. Stand out there and sweat and bake and burn. I remember people, they were on Lido deck or something like that, and they would come down, they'd stand on these decks in flip-flops, not thinking to bring anything, and then they have to find a shirt or a towel to stand on. Yeah, give me that mic, 40 Adventure says. Old school Fireball Steve, no one wants to hear me sing. You got to stand out there and sweat. Listen, I can't sing very well, but I think I'd have to grab that microphone, then stand out there 30 minutes, especially on those old school ships like the Conquest, like the Freedom, where you had to wait outside. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'll sing Chicago by Sinatra to get out of the old school muster. I would sing Let the People Suffer. That's exactly right. It's not hurting you, is it? It would hurt you to stand out there old school style. Rodney says he would sing too. I thought that one was interesting there. The song would have to be Sailing by Christopher Cross. I like that. U.S. Army Combat Medic. Old school muster drill, Lori says. Yeah, I think I'd have to sing Ice, Ice, Baby. There we go, Lito Tito. I like it. Little Ice, Ice, Baby. I could pick the song or someone could pick the song for me, but I still think I'm singing. I just did not like the old school way of doing muster. I would be singing. I would. No singing for me, Jen says. Hate old school muster, but can't scare people like that, especially on the first day of the cruise, right, Jen? You just met everybody, and you have to go sing to them. They're not going to talk to you all week, are they? I will bring earplugs. But yeah, Usnavi, you can sing. Usnavi can sing. Oh, she can. She can. David, thank you so much. 4:30 comes early, David. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate that so much. I'd sing tequila, only one word. I like that, Matt. I like it. 40's got a question here. Is it true for Port of Galveston to get a lift, not an Uber, to be dropped off at port? First time cruising out of Galveston in 2 weeks. 40 Adventures. You're exactly right. Coach, thank you so much, Mr. Coach Cruz, for that super chat. We appreciate that. I'm going to write you down here. We're going to give away some more on-time merch here in 2 minutes. Appreciate that super chat. Coach knows this. Our brother channel, our daily videos, Coach, you probably never wanted to tell this. I don't know. I hope I'm not telling too much. I might make $8 or $10 a day off our daily videos. The super chat, super stickers from you guys, it means so much to us. It really does. Helps us keep going. Coach, I appreciate that encouragement right there. 40 Adventures, yes, back to your question, get a lift. We talked about that earlier. It is very, very true. Lyft has that exclusive license to be able to pull into the port and drop you off right there curbside, get your bags out, drop them off, whereas Lyft, they can't. They don't have the permit to get into the port, so they drop you off outside of the port, usually by Starbucks or by Jimmy John's, I think is the sandwich restaurant. It is Jimmy John's. They drop you off there. You walk across the street. It's not far, but it is reality. And if it's the same price, get a lift, right? Joni, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that super chat so much. Cruise Queen, we appreciate that. Thank you for that super chat. I'm going to write you down here to win. Cruise Queen and Mr. Josh Robinson. Now you guys are showing off, okay? Coach said, of course, Coach the motivator, right? What he does for a living. He motivates all of you. I appreciate all of you. I really do. Mr. Josh Robinson. Love you, Josh. Hope things are going well for you guys. And Karina, it's great to see you, Karina. Great to see you tonight. Hope all is well. The super sticker there. I like that. Thank you so much for that. Derek and Coach, love the daily shows. Thank you for this great community. Also love cruising with y'all, Coach, love you. Lito, Tito, Michelle, I absolutely love you guys too. You guys have been such a blessing the last, 15 months now, 14 months? Absolutely love you guys. Jeremy, thank you so much for that super sticker of hype. Let's get hype. I appreciate that support so much. And as I say that, it's time to draw. Here we go. Wanda, let me get Wanda in really quick. It does seem like yesterday. It does. Wanda, thank you so much for that super sticker. Keep it up. I hope you're talking to all the Islanders. You know I'm going to keep it up. Ain't no quitting me. I did have a 4-day hiatus. I apologize for that. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, no show. I'm sorry about that. We had a baseball tournament. My friend that lives in Houston is a Lyft driver. Lucky me, Mary. That is awesome. Galveston Saltwater Moms also has a permit. They also have a permit to enter the port there. So you can use Galveston Saltwater Moms as well if you're flying in. Here we go. See what we got. Some more Island Time decals. I'm stirring the pot. The next drawing, which will be at the very end of the show, will be for Island Time merch. You like the hat I have on? You like some of the shirts I wear? You're going to win whatever you want from my Island Time merch store spread shop as we get this right here. Miss Trina. Trina, winner. How about that? Miss Trina, we will enter Trina, Joni, and Jeremy back in at the end of the show so that you are entered in to win the big prize. That's only fair. It is. Tim, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate your support. You've been with us for a long, long time, since almost the beginning. Thank you so much. I got you in the fishbowl. Here we go. Let's continue on here with this or that. You've got to choose one or the other. Here we go. One or the other. Are you going to choose no desserts for your entire cruise or no pizza? And that pizza, first, and let me know if you like the pizza, right? Royal Caribbean has got a really good pizza, by the way. Carnival's is good, and now they'll deliver it. But if you're having to choose no desserts or no pizza, and do you splurge on that after midnight pizza? If you know, you know. It hits a little bit different, right? Let's see what people say. No pizza, no pizza, no pizza, no pizza, no. Whoa, a total blowout. A total blowout. Like 95% no pizza. If you had to choose no pizza or no dessert, Z, I knew Z would say pizza. Z says no desserts. Z and I have been in that pizza line before. We have. Tough one, probably no pizza because I don't want to miss the baked Alaska. Joni, I love the baked Alaska. It's one of my favorite desserts of last night. I want pizza, Tim says. When looking at Carnival's deck plans, what do the symbols mean in the room? Some have stars, some have squares. Jeff, if you'll go up to the top of that PDF, it should tell you what those different things mean. Some of it means handicap accessible. Some of it means a pull-down bed. Some of it means it has a couch. Let me know. Email me if you need more help on that. I can help you with that. But that means something, okay? Josh Robinson, can you put Tren's name? I will absolutely put Tren. Tren, Josh, thank you for that super chat and your support. Tren is in the fishbowl. And knowing Tren's luck, she'll probably win. Yep. Got to have my melting cake, Brian says. Uno dessert. I must give the margarita pizza. Depends on the cruise line. Princess stops pizza at 10 a.m., Matt. And we've seen Carnival even say we're going to stop pizza as well. It's no more 24-hour. Matt says 10 p.m. Carnival, I think, is now stopping theirs. I think it's 5 a.m. maybe. 5 to 9 a.m. I think it is. But so many pizza. So many pizza, really? So many people said, I'm going to cut the pizza. I'm going to have dessert. That was at least 90%. As Tony says, the milkshakes. 3 a.m. Christy said, thank you very much for that. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Tony, yeah, the milkshakes. Milkshakes. So many people forget about them, right? Most cruise lines, those milkshakes are covered in the drink package. People forget about them. Not me. Not Tony. We know what's good. We do. 3 to 10. Thank you, Lido Tito. I knew it was that time frame. Could not remember the exact hours. The question, a lot of people said, do people need pizza from 3 to 10 a.m. anyway? Answer's probably not. But they're on vacation. Do they need the other stuff they eat? I understand it. Yes. Rena, thank you so much for that super chat. I've got you in now. You're entered to win the big prize. Got you right here. There it is. Princess stopped the pizza at 10 p.m. That is early, Matt. That's most people are still up. You know, you're going to the casino, you're going different places. That is too early. It is. David, it's great to see you, brother. We need pizza, not just 24/7, 27/7, David says. Oh, I like it. I like it. Let's do this one here. Here we go. This one's different, and it might depend on the day. I don't know. Might depend on the day here, but let us know what you would do, this or that. You have to stay outside all day, 8 to 5. Okay, you got to stay outside 8 to 5, or you have to stay inside all day, 8 to 5. Which one are you choosing? I know it could differ. I'm just talking about an average day. Sometimes I know later on in the cruise, people stay inside. They've had their fill of outside. They've had enough sun. What are you doing? You have to stay inside or outside 8 to 5. Which one are you choosing? Rodney, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate it. I'm going to get you down here to win our big prize, Mr. Rodney Hardy. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate that. Let's see what everyone says here. My guess is everyone's going to like 70% outside, but let's see. Manik outside, Christy outside, Usnavi outside. Chris is the first one to say inside. Christy outside all day. Several insides. John, Wanda said inside. Chris, the Crusher, inside. Julie, inside. Wow, this is closer than what I thought. I'm sorry, y'all. My phone is hosed, and I'm talking to AT&T. Please forgive my issues. No worries at all, Jen. No worries at all. Inside at the casino, Karina says that gets me every time. Tim says outside, Nadine outside, but in shade. Nadine and Amanda. Yes, Amanda's got to have that shade. She enjoys outside, but she needs a shade. She does. Depends on the casino if is open, Joni. I know what you mean. I think outside wins. Havana Pool 8 to 5. Boy, that would be great, would it not? What is the temperature, Mary says? We're going to say it's a hot day. You know, it's a mid to upper 80s, maybe even a low 92 degree reading. It's a warm day. It is. That's what we're going to talk about. Would you be inside or outside? I'm inside all day, Christy says. Yep, you need that sunshine. I know what you mean right there. Blue Iguana and guys are outside. You're exactly right about that. The bar and restaurant. Yes, yes. Todd Thomas. Todd, thank you so much for that super chat. Got to get more slips of paper right here, Todd. I appreciate your support right there, supporting our channel and what we do. To give back, we're putting you right in here. See if you can win a little Island Time merch. We appreciate that. Awesome. Depends how forgiving the casino is, Tony says. I know. Outside, lots of sunscreen. We use the Neutrogena Beach Defense. It is a yellow bottle. 70 SPF. It's done well for us for many, many years. Neutrogena Beach Defense. That's what we use. I bet you there's better out there. But Jeremy, thank you so much. Jeremy points this out, and I failed to mention it, even though it's the first line over here on my notes. I get to going. Jeremy X. 13,000 subscribers. You guys continually make sure that I outlive my wildest dreams of what this can be. Seriously. When I thought, you know what, I'm going to start this. Let's see if people watch. I would get excited when 10 people would see the video for the day. And now here we are at 13,000 subscribers in about 15 months. You guys continue to amaze me. I cannot say thank you enough. I can't. You guys are simply amazing. You make my day in the morning. You make my day in the evening before I go to bed. I look at YouTube, look at the comments. I try to respond to as many as I can, which is one of the things I hate the most. We've grown so much that I can't respond to everybody. I used to every day. I'd respond to every single comment. I can't anymore, but I do try to. But know that I see them, and if it's something that really needs attention, I do respond to it. I can't believe 13K. It blows my mind. It really does. We'll see where we're at next summer. Next May, we'll be on the celebration. Lido Tito and Coach Cruz and I, we've always said, how awesome would it be to have 25,000 by July? I don't know if it can happen. This thing it's lived past my wildest dreams. How can you dream this big? I don't know. Christy says, I remember watching you before the lights on Palm Tree. Christy, you're still here. The thing is, you stayed with me. I don't know how you stayed with me because that was bad. That was bad stuff. Some of my early content, I laugh at it. I literally laugh at it. I hope you've gotten something out of it, though. I hope you look forward to it. I hope you enjoy this community much more than you enjoy me, because this community is absolutely awesome. They keep me going all the time. Sean, it is. It's fun. It is. I prefer your videos over a lot of others. I appreciate that so much. And there are so many other great content creators. Coach Cruz is awesome. Tony and Jenny with Lolita Loca, their live is right now. I hated to go live during this spot, but it's the only time I had this week to do so. I had football or baseball every other day, because usually Tuesday at 8 o'clock, I'm watching Tony. Tony's been great to me. He's given me shout outs. I've met Tony before. He's awesome. Don, I haven't met Don yet, but Don is awesome as well. Those guys are legendary. They are. Thank you. I'll be going my first cruise in November. Your channel is very helpful, Julio. I appreciate that so much. Anything I can do for you, I will. Mary, it's say 60 on my end, which is still too low, David says. Yep. It was really nice running into you in June. It was. That's one awesome thing, is that this channel has created opportunities for me to meet people. And it's crazy to see some of you guys on here, and then I meet you and we hang out for the whole week. How many times has that happened? And then at the same time, you guys have invited me to your homes. I've been to some of your homes. I've invited you to my house. It just, again, I've outdreamed. This has outlived my wildest dream. It really has. I have to go back and watch some of the old content, Will. Yeah, sort it by date. It's bad. Oh, my gosh. I should take it down, but I'm not, because I have to remember where I came from, right? Miss the red lights. We can do that, although they don't play well with the new lighting. But, yeah, the red go live lights. How about that? Going live. I like it. You're exactly right, though, Rodney. You've been here since the beginning. You know that. Taking my sister and brother on their first cruise in 13 days, Todd. That's going to be awesome. Your sister and brother-in-law is going to be awesome. Jen, love Don and Tony, but meeting you last July was awesome. It was. I agree. That's that. And your husband has a man crush. You know what? Hey, we can sit there, have a drink together, enjoy cruising. That's what it's all about. It is. And it is football season. You're right, Usnavi. It is. Thank you, Sean. The best is yet to come. I hope so. I can't even. People say what's next. I didn't know that this was going to be here. How can I tell what's next? I'm going to keep on working, keep on chugging along, and I hope you guys come with me. It's going to be a wild journey. It already has. Yep, Cindy, we will meet one day. We're going to keep the old material up. I have gone back and watched them all. Josh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, Pat's trying to send a super chat, getting an error code. Pat, sometimes that happens to me as well. I'm not sure. I've tried different ways. It happens to me sometimes when I try to give to other content creators, so I know what you're talking about there. I don't know what to say. Yep. Thank you, Donna, for that. That is true, Michelle. We did do that last year, and it was very popular. Super chat for light colors because it's football season. We may have to bring that back one Sunday night, which is our typical time. Yes. Yep. Wow, 13,000 subscribers. Pretty amazing. I do want to mention this. I try not to mention it too often, but I truly work at this day, night, weekends, things like that. If you recently booked a cruise, I want you to know that you can most likely transfer that cruise to us. Okay, there's Jan right there. Jan, thank you so much for that super chat. I've got you down here. We're about to give some Island Time merch away. I've got you in there. If you book that cruise, you can probably move it to us, more than likely. If you're looking to book a cruise, let us know. Email us, travel@bookislandtime.com. We will help you out. We'll find the perfect cruise line for you, the ship, the itinerary, the the perfect room, all of it. And then we'll book your cruise, plan it end to end. We did that 10 times today. No lie. I promise on everything. 10 of them today. Fireball Steve. Yes, Fireball. We took over that Alaska cruise. I'm hoping maybe, some way, somehow, maybe we can join you on that. The price is still crazy high. We got the cheap celebration cruise, the new cruise ship. Mr. Fireball Steve, you are welcome, though. Thank you for letting me manage that booking of yours. We appreciate that so much. Here we go. Bam. In there. It is. Sorry, what's coming up this week? We've got, of course, hurricane news. We're not sure what's going to happen there. It will affect cruising. And we're not sure, is it going to head west toward Louisiana? Is it going to go more toward to Florida? We're not sure yet of that. Mr. Josh, put Erica's name in the bowl. I can do that, my friend. Thank you very much for that, Josh, and your support. We're going to watch out for that. We're going to watch Carnival as well. They've hinted at an internet announcement. You know, they said that internet's going to go up, but John Hild has referenced 2 or 3 times. We've got news on internet very soon. That's been 7 or 10 days ago. How soon is very soon? I don't know. Priority boarding. When is it coming back? John Hild said that he had a meeting with the Beards last week. He brought it up. He said that people still want it. Faster to the fun. Hello. Free money for Carnival. As a shareholder, bring it back. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars per week. There's a lot going on. There is. On tomorrow's show, we're going to talk about NCL, their changes to their loyalty program, and a couple of other things. U.S. Army Combat Medic, can you make lanyards with cruise lines' names on them? I could maybe order some. Our lanyards, of course, we order. We don't make here at the house, but maybe, just maybe, we can get some of them. Lito Tito, I hope that hurricane does not head toward Louisiana. I hope it goes east. It misses Florida. It is so sad to see what has happened so far. And you're right. You guys were hit so hard last year, and you're just now, really, I don't even want to say getting back to normal, because you're not yet. But we're going to keep our eye on it. We are. And as I say that, here is the man right here. He's still up. My baby boy. But he said the other day, oh, my goodness, my other baby. Whoa. Look at that. My 2 babies. Beck, what do you have to say tonight? Oh, he's tired. Beckett, who holds you every night when you go to sleep? Dad. Jackson, what are you doing? Can you say something? Yeah. Say something. Everyone's watching you. Hey, do you like the sand? Yeah. Tell them. Say, I like the sand. I like the sand. He hates the sand. He hates it. These are my sweet boys. Whenever you log on and you see, well, Derek didn't do a show today, it's usually because I've got something to do with these baby boys, and they're most important. They are. Beckett, you ready to cruise next March? He's ready for Dad to hold him. I'm going to say good night to all of you. Before I do that, I've got to draw. We'll let Beckett draw here. See who wins. Beckett, you got to smile. Mike and Michelle just said you got to smile. Can you give him a big smile? Show him those 2 teeth that are gone. David W., we got to enter David in real quick. David. Right there. Thank you all for super chatting as Jax goes to play, of course. Beckett, I'm going to let you draw one name here. Someone's going to win an Island Time hat or a shirt. Our spread shop, if you're looking for Island Time merch, is in the description of this video. The winner can go there. Pick something out. Let me know what it is. I will ship it to you. Beckett, don't look. Get your hand up. Pick one single. See if you can read it. There's no way you can read Dad's handwriting. You can't. I know you can't read that. Rena. Miss Rena wins. How about that? Rena, you get to pick something out. Let me know what it is. I will ship it to you. As I mentioned, I'm behind on several different things. Mailing out. I'll get those out to you. As I say good night. Jackson, say night night. Night. Say it louder than that. Night. Say good night. Good night. Don't let the bedbugs bite. He said, what? Beckett, say good night. We'll see you all week right here, guys, on
island time.
Oh, he woke up. How about that? Bam, bam.